Okay, I'm going live. Hello and welcome back to our business meeting. I'm Molly Beck and I'm here with my coworker Jen Glantz, who's taking advantage of our lack of a dress code policy here at business meeting. And Jen finds herself in a leopard print bucket hat today. Jen and her hat looking fabulous. Welcome to the program.
Would I get fired from a company for wearing this to work?
Not like a cool company, like a dumb company. Yeah. If you
For
worked
like
for
a
a cool
corporate.
company, you would get promoted. They would be like, oh, that girl knows what's up.
This is why I'm not allowed in like a corporate environment because I would just dress like this. Like I'm having a bad hair day, I'm having like an ugly day, and like this is just making me feel pretty. So
I honestly think you have a great I am not even lying about this. I've never
happy.
seen you in a hat before. You have a great head for hats and you actually look so adorable in that hat. Like if I were you, I would wear more bucket hats, seriously.
What does it say about me that people always say that I have a good hat face and a sunglass face? It's like, girl, that means your face is ugly because everyone's telling you to hide it.
They're like, "Have you ever tried a paper bag?" Just an idea.
Just like cut the little eyes out just a little bit here. How was your day? I feel like you've had a crazy day. A lot going
Well,
on.
normally we business meeting in the morning, but today, Jen and I, we're here, we're there. And I needed this meeting we're recording in the afternoon, so I need a little pick me up. Enter my boba tea.
I didn't know you were a boba tea person.
Well, here's what happened. I watch on repeat that video of the guy drinking a boba tea for the first time and then he throws it up because he doesn't know about the bobas. I watch it all the time. And today I was feeling a little just like, oh, I need a break. And then I was like, I should watch that video. It's been like 6 months. So I found it, watched it 4 times in a row, was laughing so hard. Colin came in and was like, what's going on? And I was like, I got to get some boba. So then I got some boba so I could be like my guy on the video.
So what you're saying is you cheated on Starbucks because Starbucks does not have boba.
I really would be interested in like their rationale for why they don't have boba. I'm sure it's
Mm.
actually probably, what is even in, I don't even know what's in the bobas. Do you? Like a mystery flavor.
Tapioca, maybe like a little like gelatin,
It's probably hard
maybe.
to store. I don't really know. I'm not sure.
Also, I feel like their audience would be like probably this guy in the video throwing it up. Like, what is this?
Have you
You
ever seen
know?
the video?
No. Is it
Oh,
gross? I
I'll link
don't.
it to you. Oh no, it's so funny. It's the funniest thing.
Wait, so like, have
It's
you had boba before? Is this like a new, like, this is so random for you. Like, people don't understand this is like random.
well, first of all, I've already had Starbucks today. Second of all, I'm not gonna lie. This is my second boba because I ordered two at once, and I'm not gonna lie. I got a little bit of the shakes. I got
Is,
a little bit of the shakes right now.
is there
Um,
caffeine in it? Oh, it's tea.
I think maybe like a little bit. Yeah,
Wow,
I think
this
just
is
a
like
little bit.
crazy. My mind is blown. I never talked to you at 3 p.m. So like I'm just like, who is this 3 p.m.
I'm a
version of
crazy
you?
person. You're wearing a hat. I'm drinking boba. Like, is this even? Are we in the right meeting?
I kind of love
Um,
it.
but I have. Oh wait, before we dive into our stories, I have one little update for you that our listeners might find interesting. As a resident, self-appointed fast food correspondent, yesterday went to White Castle for the
Ooh,
first time and they're selling this thing that's there. It looks like a laptop case, but when you open it up, there's 20 sliders inside of it. It's called the clutch case.
oh, that's so
And
cute.
I did get it yesterday for my fam. And honestly, with 20 sliders, it lasts forever. So we had some for lunch. I had two again today for lunch today. Like it lasts for a while. Here's my review on White Castle. First of all, impossible to go there without thinking of the award winning film Harold and Kumar Go to White
Mm,
Castle. But also, their sandwiches are really funky.
like
They're, the,
why?
the meat is incredibly thin. And then the actual sandwich is more like a Hawaiian roll, which I don't even know if that's the right term for them.
Mhm.
And they don't do like any toppings. It's very light toppings, or at least the ones we got, just a little pickle and maybe some sauce. Like it wasn't a lot. And finally, the actual meat has like cutouts in it.
Of what?
Like, my 8-year-old thought that they were cut out because it was to see whether or not they were cooked all the way, which actually was like a good theory. But they each had every slider that I opened had five tiny little circles cut out of the inside, like a snowflake,
That's
which was
bizarre.
very
Like, would you go back again?
No, I wouldn't actually. I would eat it if someone got it. Or maybe if I was going to a party. But if I was going to a party and trying to bring like massive fast food, first of all, first choice, it's in the morning. I'm getting a box of Joe from Dunkin' Donuts. Second
Mhm.
choice, what am I doing if it's a group thing? I guess maybe I'm doing a clutch case. Like you need something you can buy in
How much
bulk,
is
but
it?
You think I paid. I was with my husband. Couldn't even find that wallet. I didn't even bring the wallet, just so we're
Yeah,
clear.
10 years of marriage, you're like, what wallet? Do I even
It's
need
10
one?
years of marriage and it feels like 10 seconds underwater. Okay, now we are starting. Here's my first story going off of this theme. So, US consumer brands are moving abroad, which is
Hmm.
okay, not necessarily like a huge headline. I believe years ago I wrote my master's thesis on this very topic. However, you're seeing a lot of like the three that they focused on. They do talk a little bit about Starbucks and Yum Brands, which owns KFC, moving abroad. But specifically, this article in today's journal focuses on like products you buy in your house, like toilet paper or like napkins. And so the three brands really moving along abroad are Colgate, Palm.
Palm olive. It's
Thank
hard.
you so much. Kraft Heinz. Man, this is like I'm
This,
doing. And finally, Kimberly Clark. This is why I can't read these
what's
directly.
that?
Kimberly Clark is like they make like a lot of toilet paper. I mean, that's what I
Mm.
associate them with. If you ever go to the bathroom in like a school, I feel like the scratchy toilet paper and the big rolls is Kimberly Clark. I remember it because during COVID, when we were all stockpiling toilet paper, I like panicked and bought the Kimberly Clark stuff, which is like the huge rolls for your house for like 3 years after COVID was, we were all out of our
Wow.
houses, and I'm still using the huge rolls to wipe my
Wipe your
butt.
what?
Anyways, okay, if I was to have you guess where abroad there like are the two most popular companies right now that these like consumer staple companies are going to, what would be your two guesses?
Oh my God. Ireland?
Oh, that's really interesting. No.
Spain?
Okay, the two ones are we could be here a while.
Shoot.
Vietnam and India.
Oh, duh. Like when I'm thinking, like, what am I thinking? What? This is like a 3 p.m. brain. Vietnam and India. That makes sense. That makes
Okay, India
sense.
obviously huge. And then I thought Vietnam was very interesting because you know how these companies are like doing a lot of international sales in Vietnam? They're doing social media like to sell the products. And I guess it's a playbook that Kimberly Clark successfully ran in China a few years ago. So
Wow.
I think it would be a very cool job. If you were interested, here's my advice. If you're interested in working in social media, try to work for a company that is headquartered in the US, but is like making really large international expansions. Like a fact I think we don't talk about enough is how big Facebook is in Brazil. And like
Mm.
in Brazil, Facebook runs like everything. It's like that's why if you ever run like Facebook ads and you don't specify the location, more often than not they get shown in Brazil because it's just like such a part of the day to day. So I just think
Wow.
it's interesting.
But it's
Consumer
sad.
brands thriving abroad, mostly because they can promote on social media so well. I thought that was
So
very interesting.
are you saying that they're moving abroad, like expanding, or are you saying that they're manufacturing abroad?
I am saying no, I think I'm saying that they're just like pushing more into
Okay.
international sales, mostly because, quote, sales of everyday items from napkins to salad bowls are slowing in the US as American
Mhm.
customers are worried about inflation and the economy, spending more selectively. If you were worried about money, what is the first thing in your life you would cut out?
Paper towels.
Really? And what would you use instead?
I feel like, like Adam sent me this article a couple months ago and it was like how bad paper towels are. And I'm like, I don't want to know this because I just love a good paper towel. I love like cleaning with it. I would use like a reusable rag, and paper towels are so expensive. Like think about what the most expensive things you buy at like a Walmart when you're shopping. It's like laundry detergent's mad expensive,
Yep.
toilet paper, paper towels, like those things are like bad,
And
you
then also,
know?
I'm also probably buying this. I might still be buying paper towels or toilet paper, but I might be buying the store brands, not the Colgate, like not the Bounties or like, the
Well,
ones
what's
with the
something that you're
bindings
so brand loyal to that you would never buy the cheaper version of?
I mean, in terms of like household goods, I don't have a
Mhm.
lot of brand loyalty. Honestly, we use Great Value, which is like Walmart's brand, for truly almost everything in our house, including paper towels. I'm 99.9% sure. And then also the other day, one of my kids spilled a whole thing of milk. And I was like, I don't want to ruin our paper towels. So I just used like a literal beach towel that we had, Man, what a
Yeah.
cost savings. Like, it would have been half the roll.
And they even sell paper, they even sell like towels that like are quick dry. So you can like actually use them again and again and again. But still, I'm my paper towel. When I was wearing tampons, I was so brand
Mm.
loyal to like Tampax Pearl. Like you could not get me to use absolutely anything. I don't care if I had no money in the world, I would still find a way to buy or steal Tampax Pearl. Now that I'm a pad girl, things are a little different, but like I was so brand loyal with them. Like you couldn't get me to try something else. A lot of
You know
baby
what
items too. I'm like
Well,
brand
you know
loyal
what
to.
I'm really a baby. I feel like baby items because people think it because it is like a short. You're not really only buying baby items for like a year or two, so it's like paper towels is like a lifetime thing. But you know what I'm really loyal to in terms of tampons? I like the brands that are like light days, medium days, super days, super plus. Like I'm really if you don't have a super plus, like I don't see you. I'm not looking at you. Like why wouldn't I buy the ones that are the super? I mean, I know tampons are bad for you, but like why wouldn't
No,
I buy the
yeah, yeah,
super
yeah.
plus?
You know, I'm brand loyal to Coterie diapers because I remember like people were like, "Oh, if you wear them, the baby will sleep longer," and I was like, "Okay, well, let's try it." And like, it did help a little bit, and whatever little bit it helped, I'm like, I'm only using Coterie diapers for the rest of my life for my child, and I guess for me, like,
He'll be
why
85.
not?
Okay,
Why
give us
not?
another one. Hit us.
Okay, mine are like quite the range, but I'll start with one of them because it affects both of us. We're both dog owners.
Oh,
And
we
this
love
little
them.
article was a race to detect and slow aging in dogs. So there's a couple of different ways you can detect and slow aging in dogs. The first one, which is kind of obvious, is routine blood work. When you do the
Mm,
routine blood work, they can start to measure like different molecules in the blood to see how it changes year over year. So it's just a good reminder that if you have a pet and you can afford it, to try to do the routine blood work so that you can have a baseline. But the second thing that was interesting is like humans are so obsessed with like a quest to slow aging. Like we're all trying to take peptides and vitamins and like biohack. And there's companies out there that are designed to do this just for dogs right now, including a company called Loyal. They're a biotech startup that want to make drugs that slow aging in dogs. A couple of the things that they're working on sound a little bit like Ozempic, because one of the drugs helps control your insulin, which is kind of what Ozempic does.
yeah.
So, putting your dog on like these anti-aging drugs that the FDA is going to approve. And then the final thing it said, which I'm like printing this out for Adam, is to keep your dog skinny,
Mm.
because it
Just to
said
clarify, Adam is your husband, not the dog, right?
Adam is my husband who overfeeds the dog. Like a dog is supposed to eat twice a day. How many times a day does Blueberry eat?
You know, we just leave her food out all day.
And should she beg for more, or is she like good?
I feed Blueberry people food.
Do you feed her any dog food?
Yeah, 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 of course, of course. Like
Mm,
she gets, and also tying this in with the last story, it's actually something I'm very brand loyal to. Like when
what?
we first got her, they were like, she only likes Iams. That's all she likes. And we've never changed it. And I've even like asked the vet a million times, and they're like, no, if she's tolerating it well, it's fine. And so we have been like, I would not change her food. I don't want to upset her tummy. So we just like pour a little thing of Iams out, and it's always filled with next to her water.
Yeah, Goofy gets fed like 12 times a day, and it's mostly like Adam's fault. And it said that dogs who are 25, who are fed 25% less than their litter mates survive 1.8 years longer.
That makes me want to feed her less.
Yeah, so I'm like literally saving this for Adam who overfeeds her, and I'm gonna like hit him over the head with this and have a big blowout fight because Goofy's a little bit obese. A little bit
Wow, sounds
obese.
like you have quite the night planned. I will say blueberry is within range. However, if she starts getting a little chubby, which is fine, what's happening to all of us, I will cut back. But I will say, like, if blueberry's next to me at dinner, I'll give her
Mm.
like little pieces of my meat and
But
stuff.
she's living her best life. Would you ever put her on the dog Ozempic?
It's actually almost Blueberry's birthday. No, I wouldn't. I would just hide a thing. But you know, Blueberry's birthday is August 13th. And on August 13th, every year, her big prize is she gets to eat spaghetti and meatballs at the table with us.
Oh, where does she sit? Like, does she sit on the table or at a
She's
chair? I
the
need like
guest
a
of
visual.
honor. She's at the head of the table. She has the balloons left over from my birthday right behind her.
Wait, this is so sweet. You
I
guys
love
are like
that dog.
practically birthday twins. Well, you know what? I think like if you're going to invest in a company, you might want to think about maybe investing in these
Oh,
anti-aging dog companies, because who doesn't want their dog to live forever?
I think you're completely right. And I also forgot to mention, has anyone here seen, Jen, I know I've told you about this a million times, the new dog food brand called Golden Child. I'm
Mm.
really intrigued by it. It's been doing such a great job on social because what they do, I've everything I've learned about this company has been like it has found me. I haven't found it. But when they give you your order, have like a picture of your dog and they print it out and they say like, "Here's your golden child," and it's like this beautiful photo of your dog along with your order, and it looks really cute. And I just want to say, I feel like Farmer's Dog had its moment of being like dog food of choice, and now I feel like Golden Child is the new one, like the new hot dog food.
But you know what? Speaking of like amazing dog brands that got their shit right, Chewy. Like, you know how Chewy always mails your dog a happy birthday card? Like,
Love
they
Chewy.
go above and beyond with their customer service that, like, if you're going to be an emerging dog brand,
Yeah.
you have to have a bit of a gimmick like that. Like, that's genius. Like, I would order from them just because I want to see the picture of Goofy that says Golden Child, you know?
What Chewy does, of course, they're famous for if you cancel your order because your dog passed away, they will not like at first it was like I think they sent everyone flowers, but now they've like varied it. And I've seen online where sometimes instead of sending flowers, they might send like a donation to a local pound in your dog's name, or like if your dog died from something specific, they might make a donation to it. Like it's not just like one size fits all, and it's all about if you go to any business school, they make you study Chewy's customer service because it's
Well,
so
can
good.
I tell you that my friend that I like went to high school with, grew up with, was the vice president of customer service for Chewy. He was there since the beginning and he just left. And I'm gonna like, I need to just look up where he went again because I have to tell
I'm
you.
sure it's the most fabulous thing. Like, I feel
God,
like you would be, if you're the
something
head of Chewy customer service, I feel like any CS job is open to you.
it was something so oh, Clear. He went to Clear.
Oh, at the airport?
Who really
Oh,
does need like a bit of a customer service boost because you've seen at the airport, they're like up in your face trying to get you to sign up, and it's like a little bit annoying and predatory.
but you
So
know what? People are always talking to them. Like, it works.
because you're desperate, because you're like, I actually don't want to wait in this line, you
Because
know?
they tell you if you sign up right now, you can go right through.
But there's tons of hidden fees and it's like a little sketchy. So let's all look out for Clear because this guy like revolutionized Chewy.
Clear? We're coming for you.
Yep.
Now, Jen, what if I told you somebody has a big cash pile that they're
Oh,
trying to spend? What company would you guess it is?
I know because I saw, and it's a company that I was like, this is like your company. But I didn't read the article, so I don't know what they're
Jen,
spending
I
that
love
cash
when you
on.
say that. It is like my company. And we're, of course, talking about Berkshire Hathaway. I have a very soft spot for Berkshire Hathaway. One, I, along with everyone in the world, really admire Warren Buffett, but also my dad and I, a couple years ago, kind of made a little bucket list together. One of the items on the bucket list was seeing Tom Petty, which we did do before he passed away. But another item on the list was going to Berkshire Hathaway's annual shareholder meeting, which we did do together in, I believe it was 2023. And we are so happy we went that year because it ended up being the last year that Warren Buffett's longtime partner, Charlie Munger, was around and went to the conference. And I just want to say, like, if you go to the Berkshire Hathaway conference in Omaha, you will leave such a fan. It was just such a wonderful experience. Warren Buffett and Charlie at the time literally sat up there. They would take any question from the audience, any question. It was just random. If you stood in line, they would take it. And I thought it was talk about good customer service. And like some of the questions were really hard and challenging. I remember one specifically that was about, it was directed at Charlie, and it was really specific about the COVID vaccine. And the person who was asking it had a big, long speech, like clearly trying to do a gotcha moment with Charlie. And at the end, it was like, "So, do you have any comment on this?" And Charlie just goes, "Nope. Next question." And
Wow.
everyone applauded. It was just like, I don't know. I just like really admired that you can take any question from an audience. Anyways, coming back to this, so Berkshire Hathaway recently about in the last year got a new CEO. They actually announced it
Mm.
at the conference. No one knew that they were going to announce. They knew that the successor to Warren Buffett's name is Greg Abel. He's been working at Berkshire for a very long time. Everyone knew he would be the successor, but we didn't know when the handoff would happen. And he basically surprised everyone, including Greg, at the last meeting and said, like, "Hey, Greg, you're in. You're up. It's you." And now Mr. Abel has been given the opportunity to run Berkshire Hathaway. What a responsibility. But he also has a huge amount of money to spend. So, very interestingly, one of their big purchases they made recently is they bought a home builder called Taylor Morris Homes, and they bought it for about 7 billion. And I thought
Wow.
that was just like a very interesting big first purchase. Coupled with, they also made a $10 billion investment in Alphabet, which is the parent company of Google. So, a lot of people say if you go to Berkshire Hathaway shareholder meetings, a lot of people hand down the stock from um, like through generations, and it's a very like family feel. And I just feel like if you're interested in being involved, I don't ever recommend people buy individual stocks. I feel like that's not a great path, but it is always interesting to see what's going on with Berkshire and what they're buying or not buying, and it tends to predict the market. And as you can see from this chart,
Hmm.
up and to the right, baby. Their cash pile is only getting larger.
I wonder where this Taylor, whatever it's called, is building the houses, because I feel like that's a good sign of like where it's kind of booming, like I wonder if it's like Midwest or the South, like where is the housing market booming, because to spend that much money to acquire a builder, it's like, what do we don't know? And what area of like the town is kind of taking off?
So smart. I also wonder if they're buying it because they believe it's a well-run business, but just in sort of like a bad economy right now. So they think they're getting it as a discount. And maybe they think when the economy switches, they will be going up. Because I think right now it's a buyer's market. I don't think that they're I think, which means that like it's better to buy a home now because home prices are cheap, versus if you sell a home now, people are going to want a discount.
And unfortunately, you're an expert at this.
You know what, Jen? I am a little bit of an expert at this. I'm having a little trouble selling a home that we had for a couple of years. So my previous home has been on the market for quite some time, and it's not going as well as I would have thought. Let's
Well, we
just say
need
that.
the tides to turn, and we need it to be a seller's market again. So let's,
If you hold on to the house long enough, all the tides are turning.
right? You got to go up and you got to go down. Well, speaking of going down, Ariana Grande is taking a step back from her tour. People have speculated it's because she looks very sickly, very skinny. She says that she's been planning this for a long time. Regardless, this article kind of took a look into the world of concert insurance. So when an artist goes on tour, they'll take out concert insurance, and usually the insurance price is about like 2 or 3% of what the artist is going to like guarantee a show promoter. But it's actually harder to get show insurance than you think. So a couple of things that these insurance companies will do is they'll make the artist take a medical exam and blood work to kind of see where they're at baseline for that. But then the other like crazy thing that they'll do is they'll screen their social media to try to find any clues or private information that can dictate like if they want to insure them or not, or even how much it's going to cost to insure them based on their social media. And I thought that was so interesting because A, I mean, it's pretty smart, but B, we're talking about celebrities who don't run their social media. Like, I guarantee a lot of these rock stars are not posting. They have teams who are doing it for you. So I don't know how much that actually matters, but people cancel tours all the time. She's not canceling the tour. She plans to finish it. But we've seen this a lot. Like in 2017, Kanye West canceled his tour and he was owed 10 million by the insurance company and he sued them, but he didn't get it because for whatever reason. Like it's not actually easy to redeem the insurance, but it's just interesting to know that when an artist does walk away from a tour, they still get money sometimes.
Okay. I feel like if you're at work, you'd have sometimes like people say if you're zoning out in a meeting and someone calls on you, you should say, but does it scale? And everyone's like, oh, what a great question. I feel like a similar vein when someone's like, you're zoning out in a meeting and someone's like, what do you think? You can be like, should we get insurance on that? Like, I feel
Mm,
like it's like you can insure anything. And also, this reminds me of that story from a couple weeks ago about CEOs and how they were all getting health and they were all getting physicals.
yep.
And I wonder if it was because they were getting like so you can sometimes you get like key employee insurance, which is if something happens to a key employee, like some sort of money payout so you can like replace them or do whatever. It's kind of a similar thing. Like the artist is the key employee of the tour. I bet they can, yeah, I bet they can get insurance on them. However, in the case of Ariana Grande, did you see the photos that came out this morning? I firmly believe she is back together with Ricky. Oh, you just froze. Or maybe I froze.
Oops, I lost you a little
Oh,
bit.
you're
But you're
still there.
saying, wait, is she
She's back
back with some
together with
boyfriend?
Ricky. Yes, she's back
Who's
together with
that?
Ricky. Oh my gosh,
Who's
don't you know
Ricky?
the song? Okay, sing the song. And Malcolm's an angel because I was so grateful. Pete was okay. I'm not singing right. You know, she has this song about her exes, and it's like she sings about all the exes. And then with Ricky, it's like I wrote some songs about Ricky. Now I listen and
Ricky.
laugh. But in her recent concert, she changed it to I wrote some songs about Ricky. You know, he's still got my back.
Oh, that's
So people
cute.
think they're back together.
Well, can I just tell you, like back in the day when I used to like frequent concerts, like you could go to a concert for like $69. Okay. Her concert
What a
right now,
number.
I know. I was just like, let me be a little dramatic, but her concert is one of the most expensive right now. A ticket, like a nosebleed ticket, $853. And I was looking at getting Olivia Rodrigo tickets because I'm going
Mhm.
through like a bit of an obsession. And her tour's coming to Brooklyn in February. I'm like, no problem. Like there'll probably be like 100, 200, maybe three.
How much?
800 to like over 1,000 for like a really crappy seat. And I'm like, I just wouldn't pay it. Like I know that some people would do that for like a Taylor Swift. I don't think I would do that for anyone. We've talked about this before, but like you just went to see Bon Jovi. Were the tickets
Well,
crazy or were they reasonable?
they were really crazy, but I bought them on a third party. Is the 800 on like a StubHub or from the
No,
venue?
I think it was from like a StubHub.
Yeah, on the secondary market. Okay, but listen to this. When I went to that Bon Jovi concert recently, halfway through, Bon Jovi got sick and went off the stage. What is being written to the concert insurance about an artist
There
stopping
you
in the
go.
middle? Because I will say, Bon Jovi from the stage said, I'm going to figure out a way for you to get your money back. But here's a problem. Since I bought it on StubHub, StubHub doesn't, nobody knows that I was at the concert. It was like secondary market. So I have no idea what sort of communications they did about the concert.
Damn, and so if he does give money back, it goes to the person who sold you the ticket.
Totally. And also if they reschedule, which I
Mm,
get it. Like I should have bought from, I feel like you're really supposed to buy from first party, but sometimes I just don't get my life together in time and the tickets are all gone.
no way, never. I never can decide if I want to do something in time. Never. So looks like I'm
Okay.
not going to be going
Well,
to a concert.
it's the middle of the afternoon. We had a great meeting. Jen's in a bucket hat. And thank you,
Jen's in a
everyone.
bucket. Put me back in the bucket. I don't
Better
want to
than
go back
kicking
to
the
my real
bucket.
life. I don't want to go back to my real life.
It's really, that's the problem. Sometimes you get into a meeting and you're actually like really like vibing with your coworkers. Like I was in a meeting this morning and we all started showing each other our dogs. It was like
Wow.
so fun. And one guy didn't have his dog, so he showed pictures on his phone of his dog.
That's
And I was
cute.
like,
That's so
damn.
coworker stuff. I can't.
I know. Well, I feel like I like to be the coworker that like if we get to the meeting early, like I am chatting you up about your weekend. Hey, what'd you do? Oh, and I had a fabulous weekend.
You had a crazy
Was just
weekend.
having a normal day, then ding dong. Who do I open the door to? Then my childhood best friend who lives across the country and has made time to come and see me, surprise me for 24 hours. I had the absolute best weekend. It was such a gift. Made me realize the importance of showing up for those we love. I need to do a better job of, yeah, of course, we can all FaceTime, we can all be like talking, but man, there is nothing like that hug in person.
No, no, seriously, that is like the ultimate gift you could give somebody for their birthday or just in life is to just show up for them. And I think like it just was such a beautiful thing. You have a lot to celebrate this week.
Starting with your hat. Thank you, everyone, for coming to the meeting. We hope you have a fabulous day. Bye.